I grew up as an Army kid, so lots of different places. We'd move someplace, we'd live there 2.5 or 3 years, we'd move again. And so I was really, really good at making friends. And then learned to disconnect pretty quickly because it hurt too much. So yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why relationships are so important. You know, I got a business degree, a marketing degree, and then was recruited by Hudson's and did that for a while. And then I went into the cosmetics industry. And it just wasn't really my cup of tea. So I got fired. At least the circles that I run in, I think that there is probably kind of a mutual motivation, and that is to create, you know, some additional openness to make our community even more open to different folks. There is a great network of kindred spirits. You know, there might be a portion of time where we don't necessarily feel the most uplifted, but I think if you look long term, you can see some great changes that have happened here. I think as a foundation, we don't always get to see the work. You know, I get invited to see really cool things like Girls Inc. when they're doing, you know, some of their projects, or, you know, the Prostitution Roundtable has been another successful venture for us. A couple of weeks ago, Caitlin and I went to the United Methodist Community House, and they were having a celebration, and at the celebration were women who were currently going through those programs. So to hear them talk about their experiences and how thankful they were for these programs, it was an incredible feeling. It's one of those moments where you say, that's why we do what we do. When I met Twink and her story, although it doesn't mirror mine exactly, her story about voice really hit me pretty hard. It's probably a little bit of my own personal journey, being comfortable with my own voice. Whether I'm agreeing with her or yelling at her at the TV, or whether I'm laughing my butt off with tears streaming down my face, she always makes me want to be a better person and stand up. I love registering people to vote. And it's one of those strange things that, you know, I don't mind knocking on people's doors and, you know, campaigning for an issue or a person. But to watch somebody fill out a voter registration application for the first time, whether it's, you know, an 18-year-old or an immigrant person who's just become a citizen or something, it's pretty powerful. So I feel like that isn't like one of those huge successes, but it's one of those, I feel like that's a success.